In the press notes for xxx2, it says, in refashioning and freshening the concept, we set our sights on a new XXX agent for this second adventure. No, that's not actually what happened. As far as I understand what happened, but obviously for legal reasons, this is just what I understand happened. You know, in the original movie, XXX, it's your man Vin Diesel there. And apparently the negotiations went something like, how much do you want for the next movie? I'd like 30 million. Ah, Ice Cube, how are you busy? And at the end of XXX2, we end up with Samuel Jackson saying, for the next one, we're going to get somebody else, and I've got the perfect guy in mind. So we've now established that the XXX franchise is going to have a different XXXer every movie. And this is brilliant from the production point of view, because it means nobody can demand a big salary because they're all first-timers. You have to see it from the producer's point of view. That's a really smart move.
Like Doctor Who, they can put anyone they want in.
They can put anyone they want in, but with this you change it every single movie, so you're not going to get... It's like having George Lazenby every single time. It's the first and the last time you can do it. It doesn't matter how bad a mood they're in at the end of the film. Who cares? So XXX2, Ice Cube. Now, Ice Cube, little podgy. Just a little. But, you know, he's
Nothing
not...
wrong with that.
No, perfectly fine. I mean, I can't criticise because he's less podgy than I am. But at the beginning of the movie, basically the XXX organisation is overrun by some weird sort of inside group, and it starts out in... There's a horse farm, and then everything's happening under the ground, and then they all have to come out of the ground because there's an attack. Anyway... Next thing you know, Samuel Jackson has got to go completely undercover and discover who's done this. He has to break out of prison, the new XXX2, played by Ice Cube. There's a breakout sequence which involves Ice Cube running up to the top of the prison, throwing himself off at exactly 3:30, and a helicopter coming down and picking him up as he goes. And that's pretty much the tone of the movie. And he just grabs the helicopter that goes past and says, "You're late." And then he has, all the way through the film, that expression of sour, mean, edgy, grumpy, you know, and that's what he does. And things go bang, things go boom, things go whoosh. There's a lot of urban stuff going on because it turns out that in order to overthrow a plot which is basically aimed at the White House, it's a coup d'etat. Our XXX hero has to hang out with a bunch of guys with really big cars that stand up on the wheels whilst quoting Tupac Shakur.
That's the urban stuff going
exactly.
on.
And at one very important moment, the president himself actually ends up quoting. There's a lot of stuff about Tupac Shakur, and there's a lot of stuff with things going bang, boom, crash, wallop. There's a lot of absolutely ridiculous hardball dialogue. It is total nonsense. It's pretty badly done on some levels. It's directed by Lee Tamahori, and at certain points, the point, for example, in which Ice Cube is chasing a train in a car, and the car, in order to chase the train, jumps off the road onto the train track, blows out its wheels, and therefore becomes a train, and then chases the train at 200 miles an hour, is really silly, and it's done with computer graphics. But hey, you don't go and see XXX2 for anything vaguely resembling sense. You go and see it for things blowing up.